Then he sat me down and said, you are Leeloo, you're the one I want for this. I can't even describe how.
Before Luc Besson created cinema's most visually explosive sci-fi opera, The Fifth Element was deemed too weird and unmarketable by studio executives who couldn't comprehend its unique blend of comedy, action, and cosmic spirituality. The cast has finally revealed secrets that will transform your understanding of this colorful masterpiece. The film that almost never saw tomorrow. What most fans don't realize is that The Fifth Element spent over a decade in development hell before finding a studio brave enough to finance Luc Besson's extravagant vision of 23rd century Earth. Every major Hollywood studio rejected the project as too European, too expensive, and incomprehensible to American audiences, who expected traditional science fiction narratives. Bruce Willis revealed years later that the script was unlike anything he'd ever encountered. Luc's vision was completely insane in the best possible way. He wanted to create a comic book universe that felt real and lived in, but also fantastical and operatic. Studio executives couldn't understand how that combination would work commercially. The project survived only because of Besson's success with Leon and his passionate commitment to the material. Milla Jovovich disclosed that casting her as Leeloo was controversial within the studio system. I was known as a model, not an actress capable of carrying a major science fiction film. The executives wanted a proven action star, but Luc insisted that Leeloo needed to feel genuinely otherworldly rather than traditionally heroic. The character's unique combination of innocence and power required an unconventional approach. New York, 2263. The city that defied physics. The towering megacity of the 23rd century New York wasn't created through computer graphics alone. It was built using revolutionary miniature work and practical effects that established new standards for futuristic world-building and visual storytelling. What the cast revealed about working in this vertical metropolis shows how they performed in a genuinely three-dimensional science fiction environment. Bruce Willis described the psychological impact of the massive sets. Those flying car sequences weren't green screen. We were actually suspended hundreds of feet in the air with real wind and movement. The scale of the city sets made you feel like an ant in a truly alien world. The practical effects enhanced the actors' performances by providing tangible environmental references. The decision to build actual three-dimensional city levels rather than rely on digital backgrounds was crucial to the film's believability and visual impact. Luc wanted us to inhabit a real world, not perform against imaginary environments, revealed Ian Holm. Every surface, every piece of technology had weight and texture that enhanced our character's reality. Leeloo's divine language and humanity. Milla Jovovich's portrayal of Leeloo required her to learn an entirely fictional language created specifically for the film, but what she revealed about developing this alien communication system shows how it became integral to exploring themes of innocence, wisdom, and humanity's potential for both creation and destruction. Jovovich disclosed the extensive linguistic preparation required. Luc and I spent months developing Leeloo's language, not just vocabulary, but grammar, rhythm, and emotional expression. The divine language had to feel ancient and sophisticated while remaining accessible to audiences through emotion rather than translation. The language became a character element rather than mere exotic decoration. The challenge was making Leeloo simultaneously alien and deeply human in her emotional responses to 23rd century Earth. Leeloo sees humanity with fresh eyes, both our capacity for beauty and our talent for destruction, Jovovich explained. Her innocence isn't naivety. It's the clarity that comes from understanding life's essential elements without cultural conditioning or cynicism. Bruce Willis revealed how Jovovich's linguistic creation affected other actors' performances. Milla's commitment to speaking this invented language fluently made all of us believe in Leeloo's otherworldly nature. When she spoke, you genuinely felt like you were communicating with a being from another realm of existence. The divine language scenes were performed without subtitles, forcing audiences to understand through emotion and context rather than literal translation, creating more immersive alien communication experiences. Gary Oldman's Zorg evil as corporate efficiency. Gary Oldman's portrayal of Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg wasn't just another villain performance. It was a satirical commentary on corporate culture and capitalist efficiency taken to psychotic extremes. What he revealed about creating this character shows how Zorg became a symbol of systematic evil disguised as business pragmatism and economic progress. Oldman disclosed his inspiration for Zorg's peculiar mannerisms and philosophy. "I wanted to create a villain who genuinely believes he's serving the greater good through destruction and chaos. Zorg isn't evil for evil's sake. He's evil because he thinks destruction creates opportunity and progress." This twisted logic made the character more terrifying than traditional megalomaniacal villains. The famous Zorg monologue about destruction creating jobs was improvised based on Oldman's research into corporate downsizing rhetoric. "I studied how business leaders justify massive layoffs and environmental destruction as necessary for economic health," Oldman explained. Zorg takes that logic to its ultimate conclusion: complete planetary destruction as ultimate business opportunity. Bruce Willis noted how Oldman's performance influenced the entire production's tone. Gary made evil feel banal and bureaucratic, rather than dramatically menacing. Zorg's casual attitude toward mass murder was more disturbing than any screaming villain could be. The character became a critique of how institutional evil presents itself as rational efficiency. The diva dance that stopped time. The opera sequence featuring the blue alien diva Plava Laguna wasn't just spectacular entertainment. It was the film's emotional and spiritual climax, where art, violence, and transcendence converged in ways that challenged conventional action movie pacing and narrative structure. Inva Mula, who provided the diva's voice, revealed the technical complexity of the performance. The aria was written specifically to be impossible for human voices. It required digital manipulation to achieve the alien vocal ranges. But Luc wanted the emotion to remain completely human and recognizable across species barriers. The music became universal language that transcended cultural and biological differences. The sequence's combination of sublime art and brutal violence was deliberately jarring. While the diva performs this transcendent music, people are dying violently in the next room, noted Bruce Willis. Luc was showing how beauty and horror coexist in human experience, and how art can provide meaning even in the midst of chaos and destruction. Milla Jovovich disclosed that filming the sequence required precise choreography. The music, the fighting, the emotional revelation, everything had to be perfectly synchronized to create the effect of time stopping during moments of pure artistic transcendence and spiritual awakening. Chris Tucker's Ruby Rod Revolution. Chris Tucker's hyperkinetic performance as Ruby Rod wasn't just comic relief. It was Luc Besson's vision of future media culture taken to absurd extremes that now seem prophetically accurate. What Tucker revealed about creating this character shows how Ruby became a satirical commentary on celebrity culture and information overload. Tucker disclosed his preparation for the role's extreme energy and flamboyance. Luc wanted Ruby to represent media saturation and celebrity worship pushed to the breaking point. "I studied game show hosts, talk show personalities, and rock stars, then amplified everything by 1,000%. The character became a critique of entertainment culture's increasing desperation for audience attention. The famous green scene where Ruby interviews Corbin was largely improvised based on Tucker's understanding of media manipulation. Ruby turns everything into entertainment, even genuine danger and crisis, Tucker explained. He represents how media transforms reality into performance, making authentic human experience impossible to maintain or recognize. Bruce Willis revealed how Tucker's performance affected other actors. Chris's energy was so intense that it changed everyone else's rhythm and timing. Ruby's presence literally altered the film's pace and tone, just like media personalities dominate and reshape conversations they enter. The character influenced the entire production's energy levels and comedic timing in unexpected ways. The love story that transcended species. The romance between Corbin Dallas and Leeloo wasn't just a plot device. It represented humanity's capacity for love as the ultimate creative and protective force in the universe. What Bruce Willis and Milla Jovovich revealed about developing this relationship shows how they created genuine chemistry between a cynical ex-soldier and a divine being. Willis disclosed his approach to playing opposite Jovovich's otherworldly character. Corbin has to fall in love with someone who literally represents perfect love and creation. I had to find the humanity in a man who's given up on humanity, then show him rediscovering hope through contact with divine innocence. The relationship became about spiritual awakening rather than conventional romance. Jovovich revealed how Leeloo's learning about human love paralleled her own character development. Leeloo experiences human emotion for the first time through Corbin's devotion. She learns that love can be protective and creative rather than possessive or destructive. This education in human emotion became central to the character's arc and the film's philosophical themes. The decision to make their love literally save the universe wasn't sentimentality. It was philosophical statement about love as the fundamental creative force. The fifth element isn't just love as emotion. It's love as the power that creates and preserves life against entropy and destruction, noted Ian Holm. The romance elevated the entire film from action spectacle to spiritual allegory about humanity's potential for transcendence through authentic connection and selfless devotion. The costume design that created culture. Jean-Paul Gaultier's revolutionary costume design wasn't just futuristic fashion, it was cultural world-building that established how different social classes, professions, and species would dress in the 23rd century. What the cast revealed about wearing these elaborate creations shows how costumes became integral to character development and world authenticity. The famous multipass costume worn by Milla Jovovich's Leeloo became iconic because of its practicality within the story world. Jean-Paul designed clothing that served the narrative. Every piece had function within the future society, Jovovich disclosed. The costumes weren't just weird for weirdness' sake. They made sense within their cultural context. Bruce Willis noted how the costume design affected his performance as Corbin. The clothing immediately told you about social status, profession, and personality. You could understand the entire future society just by looking at what people wore and how they carried themselves in those outfits. Gary Oldman revealed that Zorg's plastic costume influenced his character's psychology. The artificial materials and geometric shapes made me feel disconnected from organic life, which was perfect for a character who sees destruction as progress and efficiency rather than tragedy. The philosophy hidden in comic book action. Beneath the fifth element's spectacular action sequences and visual comedy lies a sophisticated meditation on good versus evil, creation versus destruction, and humanity's role in cosmic evolution. What the cast revealed about the film's deeper themes shows how Luc Besson embedded serious philosophy within blockbuster entertainment that audiences could enjoy on multiple levels. Ian Holm disclosed Besson's philosophical intentions. The film asks whether humanity deserves to continue existing, given our capacity for both extraordinary beauty and systematic destruction. The Supreme Being's test isn't about military might. It's about our ability to choose creation over destruction through love rather than fear. This elevated the material beyond simple good versus evil conflict. The four classical elements, earth, air, fire, water, combined with love as the fifth element, represented ancient philosophical traditions updated for contemporary audiences. Luc was drawing from esoteric traditions that see love as the fundamental creative force in the universe, revealed Bruce Willis. The film's action sequences serve a larger spiritual allegory about humanity's potential for transcendence. Milla Jovovich noted how the philosophy influenced performance choices. Every character represents different approaches to existence: fear, greed, love, duty. The story becomes about which approach will ultimately determine humanity's survival and evolution in cosmic terms. Watch the film again with appreciation for its revolutionary visual design, its influence on science fiction cinema, and its optimistic message about love as humanity's greatest strength and evolutionary advantage. Notice how every colorful detail serves the larger theme of choosing creation over destruction through authentic human connection and cosmic consciousness. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into cinema's most visually stunning and philosophically rich achievements. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads, and let us know in the comments which element of the film still amazes you most. Multipass approved.